Alright, here we go. Ooh, lovely. Oh, wow. JustAddHoney.net. Ooh, how beautiful is that? Oh, wow. Fancy without the fuss. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, lovely packaging. Oh, vanilla chai. Oh, wow, wow. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Black tea, medium caffeine. And I got 2. I know I was gonna love it. And this is the 3 ounce. Oh, look at that. And of course they are Black owned and they're right in Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, good morning everybody. Today is Thursday, July 2nd. I'm just out and about, running a couple errands, lunch break. It is hot already. Whew, well, it's humid, so humid. At 85 degrees, it's not even noon yet. I just been getting some messages from friends and colleagues, and then just seeing a Black Lives Matter page in this area. People having to defend themselves because they're not celebrating 4th of July. And I'm just like, oh, we're all adults here. You can't make someone do something they don't want to do. I think once people have been awakened about what's a priority and what's realistic, they just change, they shift their mindset. But it's disturbing this morning that the Black Lives Matter Instagram page, they had screenshot a response to our peaceful protest that's scheduled for 4th of July that evening. And some of the comments are just like, people, you know, this mindset is just, it'll be the death of you because we're not going to tolerate it. And so I noticed some people had really peculiar names. I'm just like, oh yeah, I mean, trolls can find you. Stupid comments like, well, I'm not even going to repeat it because I don't speak that kind of mess to people. Nor will I repeat it. It's not going to be on my tongue. But, you know, and the topic at the top of this page was, in quote, there is no racism here. And then the comments just rolled in. And you're just like, oh, okay, oh. You have the audacity to type it on a message board on social media. And you think that's not a problem. But, in other news, in the state of Virginia, our capital, Richmond, Virginia, a Confederate statue was removed yesterday, July 1st. That's a step towards progress. Personally, I'm just like, why does it take so long? It seems like the statues had more protections and legalities behind it than what our country views Black life. So I was really disgusted with it because I'm just like, it can be removed. Remember years ago, Baltimore removed statues from the Confederate statues in the middle of the night. She'd have a press conference about it. She'd have a meeting, schedule some public works, and if they were gone the next morning. But my other issue was this discussion about removing these Confederate statues, and then, well, you know, should you put them in a museum to talk about, you know, why was the statue removed? And what was the point of it going up and being erected? And you just be like, no, we're not going to give it the space. I'm not. And then what really, really pissed me off was people were talking about how to store for these pieces of history. If we could not display them in the museum, where could you store them? And I just thought, like, storage is not free. And the taxpayers, why should I pay for that? I don't want it. No. So some things are just like, let bygones be bygones. Write this down in your history books. McGraw-Hill, make sure you include that. If not, I'll tell my granddaughter about it. She saw it anyway. She was with my mom yesterday. And so they watched it. And she was just like, oh, why is a man on a horse anyway? Don't you love kids thinking? Well, what's he doing on a horse? It's a horse racist. But yeah. So yesterday was a historical event in Virginia. But still a lot of work to be done. So we'll be protesting this weekend. I'll be enjoying my day off on Monday, but you know, there's still work to be done. So self-care still on point. Do some reading, eat some fruit, drink some good water, and just prepare for this ongoing battle. So take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh yeah, I'm getting my nails done today. I know from a distance they look great. That's what I love about my nail tech. It's not raggedy, you know, no lifts. I have no fungus. This is what you pay for, great quality. Besides them being long, I mean, I could go probably a couple more weeks, so she wouldn't want that. But I'm just saying, I have a black nail tech, as I told you before. She's independent. She's not in the shop with a bunch of other nail techs. She's never the type of person to have a bunch of customers sitting around waiting. Very strategic in her appointments. And she's always been like that, unless when she was at a shop when I first met her, but she's still very diligent about her area being clean, not cluttered. And so when I go there, I let her know I'm there. She cleans the station. I wash my hands. We both wear our masks. And supporting a black nail tech. And so this is what the black business is about. Taking care of each other, supporting each other. We got to get out of the mindset of thinking another community or race is going to look out for us. The truth is we have to take care of each other. And that's how it was in the beginning. And no, not in slavery. Our history did not start in slavery. Our communities are developed to take care of each other. Because just think, a lot of these communities, like Jewish communities, they don't have the police rampant in their neighborhoods. They manage their own neighborhood. Chinese population do the same thing. But blacks are so heavily policed because they know that we are the threat. They know that we've been repressed so long. We've been given the worst, the scraps of everything, the scraps of injustice, the scrap of healthcare, the scrap of food. You know, you put these horrible stores and restaurants and businesses in our area. You dump the dope in our neighborhoods. You want to incarcerate all our men. So, you know, it's like that boil. You ever had a boil or a big pimple? And it's tender to the touch and it's fine. And one day it's just like someone put a hot compress on it, and then all of this stuff that's underneath your skin erupts and pops out, and you gotta deal with it, and you gotta get it all out once it starts coming out. And I feel like that's what we're doing now. Like we've come to a head, and we're about to pop. So, as I said before, I want my goal to be to educate my daughter and my granddaughter, and my niece too. I have a little niece, and you know, they're just like seeing all this happening, and I want them to say, well, Gigi or my mommy or my aunt, you know, she handled her business and she was the kind of person I want to aspire to be, and she stood up for Black lives, and she stood up for legislation to make sure we were treated like everybody else, because there's nothing civil about this. So our history, you know, we just have to make it known that we're not tolerating this crap. And I was listening to, it was a snippet of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. And he was talking about a country that no longer, when citizens no longer have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, then that government needs to be reformed. It's no longer effective. And so when he said that, you know, I mean, of course people are cheering because, you know, they are getting it, they seeing it, and then people want to tie in religion to kind of have some hang-ups, but it's also like, it's an eye-opener. A lot of people's like, yeah, so the system, it was designed for them. It never included us. Even with the amendments, it never included us. So now, this system must come down and has to be rebuilt. And has to be rebuilt to consider all. The poor, the young, the old, the homeless, the weak, the tired. Not based on the opinions of the top 1% that own the banks that turn the necks of the legislators. We've got to get beyond that. And it's not fair, it's not working, and it is coming down. Yep, so I'm not doing a ride, doing a drop off, but being diligent and safe. But have a great day, stay hydrated, stay cool. Thank the Lord the air conditioning is working in this car, because yep, it's 86 degrees. But take care of my people, and I'll show you my nails later. See ya. All right, so here's our pepper plant. It's doing so well. Remember I took that out of the blue pot up there. It's thriving. And then this is my squash plant that I kind of resuscitated from the other container. Doing so much better. And then this lovely lush leaf is that of my zucchini plants, and they are growing. Look how big they are, y'all. See those blooms? Yeah. Got some surprises for you guys. And that's my neighbor's dog barking, so sorry about that. But let's see, let me show you my favorite one. You know, you always have a favorite, right? So there it is. See my, let's see, zoom, come on guys. Trying to be great here, don't stop me. There he is. There's my zucchini, my first zucchini, yay! First zucchini of 2020. See, when you thought 2020 was looking bad, things are looking up. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, 2020, which is better known as Blackout Tuesday. Yeah, so Blackout Tuesday means that Black people, African American people in the United States do not buy anything. And if you do have to buy something, it has to be from a Black-owned business. So we're pushing the envelope and letting it be known that our dollars matter, and if people want our dollar, they will need to act accordingly by changing legislation and the way we used to do things. You know, it's time to just really get on board and focus and learn about what Black communities are doing, especially in organizing and taking care of themselves. I listened to a YouTube, Let Farmer 73. I don't know if I can put him in this video, but he was talking about how back in the day, we used to manage our own communities, you know. Some that jumped off, you know, the elders of the neighborhood or the men would, you know, take care of that stuff. It was all in-house. And now, you know, anything happens, the slightest thing goes wrong, we're first called 911, which means the police are coming. And now we know it's like they're just there to just eliminate as many of us as possible, and just be unjust of whatever decision they decide to make. So, I mean, there's a great point, and I think about those times when there was a fight in our neighborhood. We didn't call the police. You know, some more golden and, you know, wiser people broke it up, and they did the conflict resolution. You talk through it. Like, man, what's going on? Talk to them. You know, use your mouth, not your fist. Instead of now, you know, the first reaction is shooting, and then calling the cops. So, it made such a good point in how we take care of ourselves, and are we really organized, and can your family depend on you if something happens? Because we're living in a time where, like, we don't know what's going to happen with this COVID-19. Yeah, we don't know if we're going to be back to rationing, you know, food and store hours, and this is what you can get, and this is what you cannot get, and this is when you can go, and this is when you cannot go. So it's just very interesting. Heading to work. Yesterday I was off for that July holiday our country celebrates. So I opted to take Monday off, so I'm glad about that. Much needed day off. Did a lot of reading, got some rest. Check on my garden. So I know it's just like we're talking about going somewhere, but then it's just like, okay, but is that a hot spot? And then what do we need? Where do we need to go through to get to that place? And it's just like, yeah, forget it. I may just be like the little kids and give me a slip and slide or a sprinkler system and put it in my backyard because I don't want to take that chance. You know, like weekends have a different meaning once you've been in quarantine, so. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, July 9th. Wow, a week kind of rolls by when you have Monday off. I took Monday off for the holiday. So yeah, just plowing through the week, and I was like, okay, one more day and we're done. 2 more days off. Told one of my coworkers, like, yeah, you better enjoy it because we have no more holidays till September. We're working 5 days unless, you know, the cases spike out of control and we had to go back home to working. But you know, heading out today. Looking forward to a prosperous day. Got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of plans, get things done. Also, my granddaughter's coming over this weekend, so I have a couple of zucchini that are growing like really well, so I want her to see those when we pick them. They're like, there's 2 of them that are at size where I can pick, so I want to wait for her and see her reaction. Her reactions are priceless. And then I have a couple little strawberries I froze for her. I had a little strawberry plant. First, like I got like 3 strawberries and it was nothing. And then I fertilized everything and pulled back the dead leaves. And then next thing I know, I had all these little white blooms. So I think we're gonna have like maybe another handful of strawberries. So she'll be excited. And that green bean plant is doing really well. Like we could have green beans. Like we may have green beans and collard greens for this weekend's dinner. Yeah, so that's exciting. Nice to harvest and see the fruits of your labor and all the hard work. So enjoy your day. Do something great that your body will enjoy. Okay. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, mushrooms, some Italian seasoning, garlic pepper seasoning, crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of olive oil, just saute it around, you know? So we went to the garden today and picked up our collards. And look at our zucchini. And you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green beans. I also have my granddaughter here with me, and we're gonna do something with our lovely Swiss chard, probably saute that for tomorrow. Me today, my lovely granddaughter, Cheyenne. So we're going to prep our collard greens. We're going to chop them up, wash them off, of course, and then since it's just, we have a small household, so I'll be freezing some of this for the winter. So our harvest is so bountiful. So we're going to get ready. You ready to chop?
Yeah, so first you always need the safety thing. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yep, so you wash our hands. We have our cutting boards ready. And so we're gonna chop up some things and come along with us. We're gonna wash our hands.
So,
oh yeah. Good hand hygiene there.
and the bubbles.
Yep. Sing happy birthday to yourself. Make sure you get all the germs off.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gigi. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo!
And now we're ready for a rinse. cute, right? Aren't these cute? These are our donut peaches. And what do they taste like, Cheyenne?
They taste really sweet.
Sweet and like what? Did you say like a
Apple.
apple?
Taste.
Yes.
So you should get these at Community Market.
At the community market, yeah.
Hey, Mama!
Yep. So we got, let's see, we got a good deal. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 donut peaches for like $4. Locally grown, no spray. So, yep, back to it. We're gonna start chopping up our collards. All right, you can watch us.
You can follow me on Instagram sometime.
She has an Instagram too, so.
Bye.
Bye. Let's get ready to chop up these collards. We ended up with 2 bags of chopped up collard greens, and we had such a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like. Take care.